Hey bro, just wanted to let you know that those tan chinos make your glutes look awesome. Said no straight dude ever. I mean, think about it. As dudes, we don't notice other dudes' booties. We also don't notice like when their breath smells nice or when we look down at their hands and their cuticles are all moisturized. These are things that we as guys just don't notice. But those spicy senoritas, they never miss them. Today, guys, I'm going over some weird things that women always notice that we as dudes just don't pay attention to. Number one is if you're a cat guy. All right, and this is just one of those things that women notice. They notice if you're a dude and you've got an animal, but a cat guy, if you're like super into cats, always posting pictures, this makes them a little squeamish because cat dudes, if I'm being honest, are a little weird. I'm not, but most dudes, they are. Number two is your manners. All right, if you're going out to eat and you're eating like a filthy animal or you're talking with your mouth full, gentlemen, this is a deal breaker. A lot of guys don't pay attention, but women notice the way that you actually eat. They also notice if you're checking out other women. Something else that we as dudes don't even pay attention to, right? But women, they never miss it. If you're hanging out with your spicy senorita and a spicy senorita walks in, if you go like this, right, you are dead meat, my friend. You gotta lock, you gotta load, you gotta not peek. I'm telling you, it's something that they notice. Something else they notice is how you talk about your ex-girlfriend, not to mention your mother. If you're somebody that trashes your ex-girlfriend, you're always talking shit about her, this is definitely a red flag to a woman. Your ex-girlfriend might literally be Satan. She might have like slept with your best friend Brad, the bitch stole your cat, like I get it, right? But the deal is you can't talk trash about her in public to women or the girl that you're interested in because she pays attention and she notices. The next thing we got to talk about in terms of women is how you speak about your mother. If you're somebody that isn't like super like, I love my mom or my mom's a bitch, this is once again something that she notices. She's perceptive and she picks up on it. Something else she picks up on is how you treat servers or wait staff at restaurants or bars. You've got to not be a jerk. If you're somebody that is demeaning or demoralizing or you're just a general asshole, this is something that she pays attention to. As dudes, we might not pick up on it, but she never misses it. Something else she never misses is your dirty ass sheets, all right? The bed, gentlemen. She notices your bed. If she comes over and she's about to get sexy with you and she looks and your bed is looking all crusty, all filthy, all nasty, definitely something she's not gonna be real excited to get into. Which brings me to the next thing she always notices, and that is your bathroom. How clean is your bathroom, right? If she goes into your toilet, right, and it's a hot splattered mess, gentlemen, game over, she's turned off, you're losing, all right? Bottom line, you gotta make sure you're clean. If she's coming over, spend a little time to do the little things that she's going to require in order to get excited, sexy, and ready for action. Something else that she's going to notice is your hygiene, how you smell. Your balls, are they powdered? Are they fresh? Do you have a big man bush? She notices. Are your ears, are they dirty? Your nose hair, can you see them? Are you greasy? Are you oily? And your scent. How do you smell? Is it sexy as hell? Is it a little bit whack? Is it the same as her ex-boyfriend? Gentlemen, the bottom line is the way that you smell is one of the things that she never misses. If you smell great, she's gonna be more attracted. And that's one of the beautiful things about smelling incredible and wearing a great fragrance is that you literally can like hack the system. If you're wearing something that she finds pleasing or intoxicating, she's automatically gonna view you as more attractive. Jasada Ambassador is the best smelling fragrance for under $100 I've ever smelled, like period. Even some of these boutique fragrance houses like Creed, you know, that are selling bottles for like $500, Jasada Ambassador, I get more compliments wearing this than any other fragrance that I own, and the price is under $100. And if you use my discount code and go through my link, guys, it gets even more insanely amazing. Guys, the deal is, Jasada Ambassador is an incredible fragrance that I absolutely love. Every time I wear this, I get a ton of compliments from women. All right, I'll walk into a Starbucks and they'll be like, oh my gosh, like, what are you wearing? It smells amazing. I'll be like, yo, check it, Jasada Ambassador, right? I even get compliments from dudes, all right? But most guys don't notice the way that other guys smell, except that they smell amazing. Guys, if you want to do yourself and your spicy senorita a favor, go check out Jasada Ambassador. Jasada is a boutique geeky fragrance house out of Switzerland. And the thing that I love about this company is that they don't go like super wide. They've got a few fragrances that they literally have perfected. And Jasada Ambassador, in my opinion, is the best fragrance on the market for under $100. And with that code and that link, it gets a lot lower than $100. Guys, if you're somebody that loves smelling amazing, you've got to add Ambassador to the collection. And it's not just my opinion. The fragrance community is freaking out over Jasada Ambassador. Everybody thinks this fragrance is a powerhouse. It projects, it lasts, it's spicy, it's sexy, it's fresh. It is the perfect fragrance for dates, for work, for going out, for pretty much any guy that wants to smell amazing and not like every other dude. Because that's one of the things that unfortunately women notice is when you smell exactly like all the other dudes that she's going out with or her ex-boyfriend Brad. Guys, do better than that. Check out Jasada Ambassador. Like I said, I've got that special link down below. This fragrance is amazing. You're gonna love it. But like I said, it's not just my opinion. Read the reviews. Everybody loves Jasada Ambassador. Guys, hit the link down below. Don't wait because I want you to smell sexy as hell. Something else I want you to do is dress sexy as hell as well, which is the next thing that a woman always notices, and that is your clothing. Is it clean? Does it smell good? Does it fit your body? Does it make your booty look amazing? If the answer is no, gentlemen, do better than that. The fact is, how your clothing fits and what you wear says a lot about you. Women notice. Something else they notice are your shoes. Period. If your shoes are all fucked up, if they're beat up, if they're ugly, if they're all like those like ugly ass slip-on, nasty ass shoes that all these boring, basic dudes are wearing, gentlemen, zero spicy senoritas are gonna be like, ooh, I like it, right? The fact is, your shoes say a lot about you. So do your pants. If they're hanging off your booty, it's not making your booty look lush, it's not making it look firm and round. And women notice firm, round booties. I'm telling you, just like dudes do. Something else they notice are forearms, gentlemen. They notice your arms, and so expose a little skin. Also, your hands. Something else that they never miss. I know it's weird because as dudes were like, yo, hands? Seriously? I notice booties, I notice boobies, I notice luscious lips, but hands, well, here's the deal. Women notice hands. If they're dirty, if they're nasty, if they're gnawed on, if they're crusty, if they're hard, if they're callous, deal breaker, gentlemen. You gotta make sure those nails are clean. You gotta make sure your cuticles are fresh and not all picked and bleeding and nasty, because think about it. Do you think she wants those hands caressing that soft, sexy body of hers if they're all funky and nasty? No. Do you think she wants to be like licking and sucking on them? No. Gentlemen, your hands matter greatly. So do your feet. And I'm not just talking about your shoes. I'm talking about your tootsies, your toes. If you are somebody that's gonna be wearing open-toed anything, you can't have nasty ass toes, gentlemen. This is like one of the biggest deal breakers. If you're wearing open-toed shoes, she looks down, or you're getting ready to get sexy, right? And all of a sudden she like gets scratched, or she looks at your toes when you're all sleeping and they're all crusty and calloused and green and gnarled and nasty. Gentlemen, game over. Something else is your breath. You gotta make sure you have fresh breath, all right? As dudes, we typically aren't getting close enough to other dudes to smell their breath or their balls, but your breath, it matters. Your teeth also matter greatly. You gotta have a white smile. It doesn't mean you've gotta have a perfect smile. She's not looking for you to have like a perfect, like, looks like you got a bunch of chiclet veneers in your mouth. No, she just wants your teeth to be white. It doesn't matter the quantity or the quality of the teeth in your mouth. The ones that you have should be white. Hairline. Does she notice your hairline? Yes, she does. Does it mean that if you're receding or you're bald, she's not interested? No, I'm just letting you know that she does notice your hair and your hairline. If your hair is oily, if it's greasy, if you got flakes, she notices. Guys, you gotta understand that women are more perceptive than dudes, right? We a lot of times are a little bit oblivious to a lot of these things, but she like pays attention, literally like a hawk. She is noticing. Something else she notices is your posture, how you walk, how you stand, how you sit, how you make eye contact, how you shake her hand. And this is something else that a lot of guys do wrong. They shake her hand like it's a delicate little snowflake. All right, you gotta go in and you gotta shake it. You gotta be firm, not too overly aggressive, but just let her know that, hey, I am a man and I'm gonna treat you with respect. And that honestly is what a firm handshake signifies to a woman. Something else that she notices is how you talk to her. And what I mean by this is if you're somebody that is demeaning, if you're kind of poking fun at at her intelligence, or you're making her feel like she's not valued or validated or smart. This, once again, is something that a lot of times goes unnoticed, or as guys, we just think we might be playing or joking around, but she notices. Something else she notices is how much you talk about porn, all right, or sex or whatever, all right? It's not the same thing as talking to a dude. I know that like your buddies, you can joke around about a lot of these things, but a woman is a little bit more perceptive and sensitive, and it's not saying that she's not like interested in getting sexy with you, but if you are overly or overtly sexual or always talking about it, it's a huge turnoff. Voice. Women notice guys' voices. All right, honey, tell them the story about that cook that you follow.
His name is Kevin. He's awesome. He does a lot of voiceover. That's just his video style.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you close your, I named him Close Your Eyes Kevin, my friends and I, because if you close your eyes, his voice is deep. He sounds super hot. He has a really great voice. He speaks well.
But when you see him, you're like, whoa.
But he's awesome, and I adore him. I don't care what he looks like. He's mad kitchen skills. Mad kitchen skills
and super sexy voice, which is something else that she notices, and that is, are you good in the kitchen? Can you cook? Can you clean up after yourself? We already talked about keeping your place clean, but the kitchen is one of those things that is like almost like a seductive, mystical, magical place where if you can be or cook her dinner or do something special for her, automatically she is going to notice, because her ex-boyfriend Brad did not. One of the things I did early on in my relationship is trick.
Keyword being early on, boys.
Early on, I tricked her. I tricked her. I'm like, hey, let me make you dinner. Do you remember what I made you?
You probably melted a piece of American
No,
cheese.
what did I make you?
American cheese.
What did I make you? Say, be honest.
The yummy feta bread.
Yep.
You steamed an artichoke.
Boom.
And something else.
It was the pasta with red sauce and ricotta cheese.
And then you did the cheesy tomatoey fondue.
Yep. Oh.
Guys, that was literally 22 years ago.
22 years ago, gentlemen.
Now he's like, let me melt
Hey, shut that mouth. Gentlemen, here's the deal. What I did, oh yeah, it was next level. I steamed an artichoke. I melted a little butter, a little lemon in that. Oh my God, it's amazing. It is like, it's like an aphrodisiac. And then a little pasta, red sauce. All right, I'm Italian, so of course it was angel hair with a little ricotta cheese to creamy it up a little bit. And then I also made my special feta bread, garlic feta bread. I got a baguette from the store, cut it in half. All right, little olive oil on top, little crumbled feta, fresh squeezed garlic. Pop that bad boy in the oven, boom, toasted it up. Oh, you know what was dessert, exactly.
22 years ago.
22 years ago.
Last time you cooked, 22 years.
Not true. Be honest.
22 years.
Shut up, woman. You know what she notices? Exactly. Y'all should. Ow. Gentlemen, that's it. Deal is, she notices. Pay attention. I know some of these things are weird, and as dudes were like, wait, what? I didn't even realize that dudes had smelly balls. Gentlemen, they got smelly balls. They also have bad breath. You got to fix these things if you expect to be a high-quality man that she wants to get with. And for the record, I don't even like cats.